Greetings, everybody. This is James, your Dungeon Mancer. I just want to put a reminder forward. This is an adult podcast. There are bad words and some offensive jokes contained here within. It should be worth noting that most of these jokes are simply that, jokes. It does not mean we ascribe to the ideals behind them or their negative meaning intentions that could be derived from them. So, content warning and trigger warning aside, we really hope you enjoy Season 3. It is the best season we've had so far, and we had a blast recording it. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Room and Bard. I'm James, your Dungeon Mancer, the Dungeon Daddy with all the answers. And joining us today on Season 3 of Room and Bard, we have Bron Vito playing
Trey Shanda, a frisky raccoon trying to find food for my gelatinous ooze.
That's really good, considering you wrote that character 5 minutes ago.
It is. What can I say? I like frisky things.
Also joining us today, we have a new player, Jameis, playing
Charles Latanius, maybe an alchemist, maybe not, a snake oil salesman from a far away land.
And also joining us, and also new, we have Trevor playing.
Oh, geez, I'm Aragonius, son of Verathonius, but you can call me Ag, and I'm a ranger.
All right, so this season...
Can we talk about how disgusting way you said his name? All right?
Trevor?
I don't like any mention of vor. You know this about me. I
Vor?
will stab you in your eye. I will full on take this pencil and give you lead poisoning with a
That is
0.7 millimeter.
You should eat him about it.
Eat him? Hey, come here.
That's the government way to pronounce my name.
Trevor?
Yeah, there's an E at the end.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Do you just eat a bunch of things all the time?
Yeah, it's a problem.
Like every other human alive?
Yeah.
I don't like that my mic is right in my...
Making eye contact is really rough.
I can't.
That's why you have to unfocus your eyes so you
Hate it,
can
bud.
stare the DM directly into his.
I do that to Jameis
Well, I can do
all
that.
day long.
Both of you guys... Well,
I know.
You kind of have an arm.
All right.
Is it a
We're
good
ruining
arm?
the artifice right now.
No, we're not.
We're great.
This is great.
This is perfectly in kind with other episodes.
Yeah,
of
I don't know
the
what you're talking
podcast.
about. This is our normal intro. Nothing has changed.
So for Season 3, we have two new players joining us. We have Jameis. This is his first campaign on the podcast with us, but not his first campaign with me. I played Dungeons and Wagons with Jameis O. Salamaramus when we were in college together. Both young newlyweds, nubile, sexual, smooth, soft-skinned,
Succulent.
Hadn't even grown our wieners yet. It
Yeah.
was pretty cool. You actually taught me how to play, if you didn't
I
remember
did.
that.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly,
That's why
same
he's
for
so
Vito.
bad.
Same for
That's
Vito.
why we're
Taught
all
him
bad
how to
at
play.
this game.
That's why everything comes back to
And
feet.
I
don't
taught
know. It's
Tyler
crazy.
how to play when he was on the podcast.
No wonder we suck at this game. God.
This podcast is just going to be me slowly bringing back everybody I taught to play D&D over the years and making them worse at it than I already did. And then Jameis shows up with his buddy Trevor Stamos. And Trevor Stamos has joined us for this season as well as a intern, unpaid, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
No, I just said
Interns
he's...
don't get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's-
sure. But I'm saying,
right?
like, if there's unpaid position, there must be paid positions.
Well,
Well,
no, that's
so
why I unloaded
I'm the paid
everything.
position.
Oh, I see how it is. All of us are unpaid interns.
But so I have a special camp set up for all my interns. It's an intern camp.
Do you guys
too
have
white
mints
to
there?
make that joke.
In intern mint camp?
Yeah, there's lots of mints there. We grow mint
are
for our
mints.
herb garden. It's actually, an intern mint camp. All right,
Yeah.
so
I can't even play off
The
of that
tents are
because
fucking rough.
as the only German here, I'm offended.
That is not true, but okay.
Again,
Do
as
you know
the
my
only
last
German-
name?
Yeah, it sounds very Irish. All right.
Oh.
Everyone
it's a
here
good-
is blonde with blue eyes except for me, and I'm afraid.
I'm
Vito,
not
do you-
blonde, nor do I have blue eyes, and I'm
Unfortunately-
Mexican.
Ron Vito, do
Unfortunately,
you really think my name is Jameis O'Shamus?
No, of course
okay,
not.
thank fuck. Because I've met people who, like, when I told them my real name, they were like, "It's not Jameis.
You're not
O'Shamus."
Irish?
I'm like,
Do
think
you
of
think
think
Vito
of
is my real name? Some people do.
I know it's not.
Here's the thing, though. You guys are Germans. And the Germans came to America.
Hail Deutsch.
And
Whoa!
it gave diseases to a lot of people. Is that where germ man comes from?
Probably.
All right, perfect. Let's start with the podcast on that beautiful note.
I was trying to make a pun with like Germancy or something, but I couldn't get
I'm
there.
a Germancer.
I was busy
Germancer?
seething with rage over here that
I
you
was-
would dare speak ill of Deutschland.
Oh, jeez.
Fatherland!
The fatherland and the motherland.
Is a Germancer just a D&D class that loses?
You guys don't
like,
know about our
world wars
podcasting
a
of
lot?
No,
They
he's
don't
just a
know about
sneezy boy.
They don't know about Mancy.
You don't know about Mancy and Mansers in our podcast, do you? Everything has a Mancer and
I've
Mancy.
listened
Yes,
to every
I know.
episode.
I am.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, because you play it on a loop in the intern camp.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true.
Intern mint
Intern
camp.
mint.
They feed
Yes,
you the
yes.
mints, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
They're
they
not
grow
savages.
mint to sell at our roadside herb stand. And that's how we fund the intern camp. Because we can't pay the interns, but we do have to pay for the...
The housing and all that stuff.
I was going to get real dark there, and I can't start season 3 out with a freaking...
Hey, bud.
Yeah.
In episode 1, you talked about suicide. You
Yeah,
started it very
but that
dark.
was killing myself, not killing other people.
Let me just
There's a
flip my
difference.
character sheet
Nobody
over
cares
so we
if
can
I
talk about
die.
this.
It's okay. I'm German. I'm allowed to do that, so I can make that.
You almost made me spit take, but I just blew bubbles into my Arby's cup of water.
There you go.
Are we sponsored by Arby's?
Nope.
Shit.
We should be. That'd be great.
Oh my gosh! If we
fucking love
were,
Arby's.
the freaking heart attacks we would have on
I'm,
season 5.
I'm already getting it just because how often I eat.
This is Room and Bard, and we've got the meats.
There are 4 of us in this room.
And we're all sweating profusely.
It is
I will say,
pretty warm in here.
there is nothing in this world I will not sell my soul for free money. If anyone wants to give me money, I'll shill it for anything.
I
Raytheon.
thankfully am in charge of the sponsorships for the Room and Bard podcast. so-
Room and Bard, we're brought to you by the knife missiles of Raytheon. Do you have a wedding you want to fucking ruin? Raytheon.
Is there an elementary school that you're just really tired of?
There might be a terrorist in that building over yonder.
But not
Raytheon's
anymore.
got
got
a
you
different
covered.
skin color than us.
Hey, did your
it's
neighbor-
proactive?
Did your neighbor cut your tree? Raytheon.
We got the building and we're
No,
10%
no, it's-
sure it's the right guy.
Are you having issues with your neighbor? Perhaps they cut down a tree on your property? Use Raytheon Razor missiles to fix their family tree.
All right,
A tree for a tree.
all right. Let's move on before that's all the podcast is. All right.
This is a good warm up. This week has way better energy than last week. All right, here we go.
I wasn't around last week. What did I-
No, you weren't. None of us were. All right.
That was just me doing everyone's voices last week.
The lands of Nemoria are incredibly diverse. The area that you guys are going to be able to explore consists of 9 separate states, each filled with a number of provinces with massive number of settlements in different burgs and cities. Each of these cities has a majority of some type of culture or civilization, but anywhere on this continent you will be able to find a mix of your standard fantasy races. There are elves, dwarves, humans, tieflings, anything that you think you might come across, you can probably find.
Even raccoons.
And one major thing about the lands of Nemoria is they are relatively untouched outside of the areas where there are settlements and societies taking place. The wilds are vast and diverse, from mountains to deserts to plains, and the resources available on this plane of existence are immaculate. Very few people find themselves wanting if they have the means of the production.
Why does that sound like something I've heard before? Means of It's something to do with returning something to the meat.
The only thing you
history
have
that my brain is
Seize
shut off
those
of.
means?
Seize the means of production, give it back to the workers. Is this communism? You're looking a little unfree there. Let me come in there and help you up there a little bit, bud.
Do you boys need some freedom in there?
Oh, freedom.
Go home and unfreedom myself.
In the wilds of the lands of Nemoria are homes to massive beasts and strange, almost alien-type creatures. Some of them have crawled here from the Underdark. Others have somehow found themselves here from different planes of existence. But one thing is for sure. These creatures are ripe for the taking, the taming, and the slaughtering. And your world runs on the parts that these creatures provide. You three are inside of a settlement known as Caverns Deep. This settlement is home to a slew of mercantile-style people who have recently settled the area. The lands are dangerous and alien in existence as far as what most people are familiar with. But you are attempting to find a home. And here in the settlement of Caverns Deep, there are many vacant buildings that are owned by the central formed matriarchal government, and they are handing them out to people that can prove they have something of value to give back to the community. You've each arrived here or been sent here for one reason or another, but together you will find your fortune. Trey Shonda, why do you find yourself, or how do you find yourself in Caverns Deep?
I say I was scourging for food, beasts, whatever, because I have a pet that I love and cherish more than anything in this world. His name is to be determined.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a good name. It's a little long, though.
It is.
Doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
I call him Tubi.
Tubi!
Tubi's a good
Tubi.
name. Look at
Tubi.
that.
He's a gelatinous cute ooze that I found. And he didn't burn me when I touched him, so I'm like, ooh, you're cute. And we somehow made a bond with each other. So, yeah, I'm just searching for food for him.
All right, and then Charles Latanius, what has brought you to Caverns Deep?
Charles is looking to open up his own potions shop, a real brick and mortar rather than this covered wagon I've been dragging about. A real place where I can put on my showmanship and explore and become more cemented into a community.
Aragornius.
Egg works. I've just really been on the road to emulate what the elders told me my dad did. So I just trying to get some adventures under my belt before I become a real man. He is 19 years old. He should be a real man.
I mean, have you seen 19-year-olds?
All right, so Trey Shonda,
Yeah.
a raccoon tamer from the Feywild.
Correct.
Charles Latanius, a half-elf bard from somewhere else in the lands of Nemoria.
Mm-hmm.
And Aragonius, the son of Arathonius, the human ranger.
Nailed it.
Great. All right.
With a milk toast background.
Yeah, with the milk toast background.
I like milk toast.
The three of you have been assigned
It does.
together to work as a party by the town council. And there are other groups of people here that have also been assigned in groups of 3 or 4. Each group has been handed a sealed scroll which has your target on it. What you know is the town is missing certain ingredients to make different supplies, and they are looking to find the group that is most willing and skilled at hunting, tracking, and harvesting monster parts, and then returning to turn those monster parts into goods for the village and for the trade network that Caverns Deep is currently setting up. The town of Caverns Deep is not without many problems of its own. There are multiple drug cartels, as well as alien creatures such as honey-covered horses and a massive vampiric chihuahua that patrols around the town at night with red glowing eyes, as well as a recent uprising of children which have separated themselves and live deep inside of the cave system where the town of Caverns Deep is located. However, right now, The city and the people here are in desperate need of supplies, so they are setting all of their worries aside and putting their hopes in locals and travelers that have come seeking fortune. And you three are part of this group. You will now have to work together to track down, hunt, and harvest the target within your scroll. Do you have any questions before I reveal your target?
Yeah, is it cute? Are any of them cute?
Yeah, will I be forced to make friends with them instead of killing them and then might have to get killed?
I'd prefer a Walmart instead of a Target. The prices are more reasonable.
Yes, some of the things you will have to hunt down will be absolutely adorable.
Like me. Look at this face.
Some of the things are outright deadly or terrifyingly scary.
Again, face.
Your first hunt is assigned to you. However, if you do succeed and come back alive and receive the prize of being able to open your own shop, you will then be able to select from hunts that are available, and you will be able to then go out and hunt whatever it is you have selected from the board that has parts needed. Or if you have something special that you would like to create. Later on, I will give you a list of all the different things that you can craft or create out of parts from monsters. It is sizable, but right now, you have to hunt the one you are assigned.
All right, give me the cutie patootie.
Un
Show
momento.
us. No, show us now.
Man, the most dangerous game.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised. It's
Your
actually not
target.
mad.
Our first target is Steve.
Your first target is Steve, also known to his family as Little Steve. Because
Also
he
known to
is
his
2
friends
years old.
as
Your first target is baby Hitler.
We're gonna need a time machine and a shotgun.
You need a whole shotgun for a baby? That's
You just need to make sure sometimes.
that was
you
a
know?
personal choice. That's not a requirement.
Double tapping is always smart.
Do you
can't
need
be
a
too
shotgun
safe
when you
with
have rapiers?
Germancers.
Did you say a shotgun mancer?
Germancer.
Oh, well, a shotgun mancer would be great.
sounds fucking great.
I am now a master of shotgun.
Gandalf, but if he was from the deep southeast of Minnesota.
Can I be a wizard and my only spell is I just yell, I cast Radiant missiles?
Magic missile is now just
I
Raytheon
cast
missile.
have no bitches.
On the third day, Aragorn looked up and
Just like,
Gandalf was running down the side of the mountain in his F-150.
Fly, you fools!
you shall
The
not
Rohirrim were just in the cab of the
Gandalf,
truck.
Gandalf is driving down the highway. Somebody's going into the left lane. Gandalf merges over. You shall not pass.
Gandalf would absolutely have truck nuts on there.
He's also a teacher, and he gives somebody back their test back. You shall not pass. You need to study some more, man. I mean, seriously, I believe in you. You can do it.
Would Gandalf's truck nuts be white or gray?
Well, they would
They'd be
start
gray,
gray,
and
but
then
as
come-
they sun bleach, they would turn white over time.
Sun bleaching your balls.
They'd be gray, and you'd lose them somewhere. You'd be like, oh, damn, I have to buy new ones. But then they would just magically appear, and they'd be back white.
And as he takes on the Balrog, which is actually just a moose he hits with his truck, then he becomes Gandalf the White Truck Nuts.
Yeah,
And
but my big concern about what just happened is you said he takes on the Balrog, and my thought was just he's fighting a giant truck nut.
I was thinking
I fucking-
That's where I thought you were
giant
gonna go
out on that
flaming
so
testicle.
hard.
Yeah, that's where I thought you were going to. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be good. And then Moose, I'm like, okay, yeah.
The moose is a good option. He just gets out and he's like, "Don't make me put you down."
No, it's a moose, and it just what he hits the backside of the moose, so it's just the moose balls that go right through the windshield.
He's got a mushroom stamp from a moose on the hood of his F-150.
yeah, ain't cleaning that off.
You look at it like, man, I know moose are big, but that just doesn't seem. Hell, did that moose have testicular cancer or something? Because damn.
Okay. You have unrolled your scroll. Inside, it has a small drawing and a few bits of detail about your quarry, which is the Mother Lode, the nickname given to a gargantuan polyhedrus. It is a biomatically altered gelatinous cube that has absorbed the greed-filled psyche of a dragon that once lived in the area.
Jesus.
The information you are given is that it has a desire to consume all organic matter and grow, as well as an overwhelming desire to acquire all precious metal and gems. You have been told that it has been posing a significant threat due to the fact that it has been absorbing all of the trade caravans leaving the area. It waits until they sleep at night, and then it pounces on them silently. Your job is to hunt it down, harvest what you can, and return as much of the treasure as you can to the town. You will be allowed to keep some of the treasure for yourself. You are also told that the ooze likely inhabits a dungeon that has been marked on a map, or at least the general location. You might have to find it when you get there.
Alrighty, guys, where do you think we should start our search?
Well, this map clearly points to a
I mean,
dungeon
yeah,
of sorts.
the map literally tells us where to go.
Oh,
You're
jeez.
such an ass.
I'm still pretty new at this, so I promise I can swing my sword and all that fun stuff. But I'm on the bottom of that J in the J curve right now.
What the fuck does that mean?
I have no idea. I was going to ask you that.
The base of the J.
That sounds great.
This is more of Trevor right now.
Sure.
What? Yeah.
I need you to elaborate and
Oh.
I'm learning.
Shit. Have you guys seen Tubi? Yeah. Tubi, where you go? Tubi?
You look behind you, and Tubi is climbing up a signpost and dissolving part of it into itself.
Hey. No. Tubi. Bad. Bad Tubi.
Is
Get back
that
down
the
here.
ooze? Is that the ooze?
No,
we're
no,
supposed to
that's-
track
that's-
down?
does that
That's
look like
nice.
a caravan eating ooze to you?
That is a
Maybe.
tiny ooze, all right? That is like, how big would a tiny ooze be?
How big's the caravan?
It's a tiny sized creature.
I would say it's
Jesus
like the
Christ.
size of half a loaf of bread.
No, that's Tubi. That's he's mine. Tubi, come here. Get down from there.
Okay.
When Tubi jumps back down, he just kind of wraps around my arm and kind of looks like it's part of like clothing. For some reason doesn't dissolve me, or burn me or anything. Just go. I'm saying that because I don't want to keep Tubi in vessel. So
That's fine.
That's his vessel is my arm.
You don't want to keep your indentured servant animal?
No, it's
You don't want
I like having my animals
slave.
out. I like having my animals out, so I'm just saying that for flavor, my arm it's its vessel. So when I shoot, it like hops off my arm.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, oh, good boy. Yeah. Oh, was that good? Oh, yeah. By the way, lock your shit up if you don't. Well, it's supposed it doesn't matter. He will eat through whatever you put it in. So buy new things regularly is what I'm saying.
Buy new things regularly. I have no control over my life. Buy new things regularly.
Honestly, I'm surprised it listens to. I found him in a trash heap. It was just I'm like, ooh, what's this? And it's like, blah, 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 like, oh, you're cute, and he's mine now.
Egg hikes up his backpack a little bit more. He definitely has like a medieval fanny pack as well, made out of like leather with
Ye
little
old
cup
fanny
holder.
pack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ye old fanny pack.
Yeah, and
Does it have a vaporwave like thing that goes across it as well, like those '90s fanny packs?
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Trey is he takes like bread and stuff out of his rashes though, that's holding it with the hand that has Tubi on it, and he's just like eating like nasty, like and all the crumbs are just falling down and just getting soaked into him. It's like, you guys want some bread?
Not anymore.
I should have really hired mercenaries to do this. I'm going to die here.
Aren't we all?
You are.
I mean, that's way of life, right?
I'm sure
You
we'll
live,
be
you die.
fine.
Yeah, but some of us would like to live our full half-elf lives a little bit longer than I currently am. Not because I'm with
Old races here, racist, not racist, races. Old elf here, who lives forever. It's talking to us to
Now you're
die
just
in a
being
fraction of a
ageist,
You
and that's not very
You
kind
gotta
of you.
have some optimism, Charles. We'll do it great.
All right, I am on board
I'm
with
not.
you now.
I'm not going to take advice from a pampered twink. So can we?
My parents didn't use Pampers.
That's gonna be a T-shirt. Take advice from a pampered twink. That's the first merch of season 3.
Oh yeah, no. Trace is laughing hysterically.
There's just a raccoon.
Crying.
Hey, what does twink
Just around the
mean?
corner real quick here. you might hear what sounds like me sobbing uncontrollably, but it's not, that's prestidigitation.
Wait, he was a magic user?
You know, I would have more pegged him as a tinkerer little bitch boy. I got nothing. Fuck.
Here you go. He is. Wait, it's coming to me. No, I'm with you. God, he is just pathetic, isn't he?
And you said your father was whom again? That's not even the correct use of whom, but I don't care.
The prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Your father is prestidigitation.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Sir,
explains way too much.
That is Sir Prestidigitation to you.
All right, now listen here.
All right, can we go now? You guys are boring me.
I was going to suggest that we just move on with our lives. Because
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I have money to make. You have balls to grow, and you are fucking terrifying. And I want to get this over with as quickly
I
as
appreciate
possible.
that. I take very good pride in my looks. I try to look as fierce as I possibly can because I'm so cute and adorable.
If that's sure. If that would make you happier moving forward, yes. So can we get to move on here? This map, which points
do I get
exactly where we need to go.
Intimidation checks against Charles. Because he says I'm terrifying.
I don't know. So you look at the map and you realize that your journey is going to take 3 days to reach the destination where you have to search for the runes or the dungeon or the whatever location where this big ooze might be. I would suggest you make preparations and buy stuff before your journey begins. Within the town of Caverns Deep, there is a tavern known as the Room and Bard.
They did it. They said the name.
Roll credits.
Yay, they did it.
There is a couple general shops, and since this is a mercantile community, plenty of traders milling about, wandering the area. There is also a stable, which has some standard style mounts like horses, and some non-standard style mounts like armored pangolins and the occasional panda.
Joke's on you. I have no money. I'm a raccoon.
Raccoons don't ascribe to capitalism.
They are anarchy.
I'm just saying, all the cash I need are these 5 little fingies.
All right. Do you guys want to prepare or buy anything before your journey begins?
Again, I wasn't lying. I don't have any money.
Okay.
So I can't buy anything. I have what's in my pack.
Latanius, would you like to gather any resources before you begin your journey? Keeping in mind that food and water is very important.
Yeah, I have. Oh wow, I actually don't have regular ass supplies. So yeah, where is?
What's your background?
Criminal.
So you have a burglar's pack?
Yeah.
Do you have your stuff written down of what's in your burglar's pack?
No.
That's
I'm a silly little guy.
You're just a silly
Who
little
writes that stuff down?
Silly little guy.
Just a rascal over here having a good old time.
You still are a rascal.
I thought I wrote it down. Well, I think I opted. I don't even remember. I gave myself alchemist supplies instead, but.
Yeah, but you get alchemist supplies as your tool, but you also get a backpack.
Right. 5E. I love how I have not a brugler. What the fuck is a brugler?
It's 1,000 ball bearings, 10 feet of string, a bell, 5 candles, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pitons, a hooded lantern, 2 flasks of oil for the lantern, 5 days of rations, a tinderbox, a water skin, and 50 feet of hemp rope strapped to the side.
That is correct. I will, maybe more rations. Not the worst idea in the world.
I lied. I have 8 gold. I just looked at
He
my
just
background.
stole it as I was talking to.
Yep. Wait.
I'm talking
let
to
me roll.
Charles.
Yeah, good enough. Yeah, 8 gold.
Your travel rations are going to be 5 silver pieces apiece, and that's 1 day of rations.
Beautiful.
How many would you like to purchase?
5.
All right, so that's 2.5 gold,
Okay.
and you purchase those from a barkeep at the Room and Bard Tavern. The place is alight with fire, as well as plenty of people are smoking their pipes, and there is music and merriment all over the place. There are large tables on the center of the floor, and the bottom half of the wall is made out of hewn stone, with the top half being made out of what appears to be intricately carved wooden beams.
Glorious.
The The tavern also seems to be serving a very wide variety of food and meals, as well as you can see that there is a full-fledged staff within the tavern and a staircase going up that makes a U-shaped balcony around the main floor where they have their rooms that you can stay in if you need to rent a room at the inn.
Are these two with me at this point?
Oh, yeah.
I'll
yeah.
tag
I
along.
suppose. Is there a bard performing in the bar?
There is a bard performing in the bar. You
Oh.
see...
It'd be funny if the
What's his
tavern, room and bar, didn't have a bard.
What's his
Gerard
name?
Way.
No, not Gerard
Jared
Way.
Leto.
No, what's his name?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
You would know.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Who is it?
The bard is known as Drell. He is selling Drell to Hell t-shirts on the side along with signed bagpipes and flutes.
You can buy this now at roombar.com. Okay.
Drell is also currently playing the tambourine while singing a song about a zombie battle in which a goblin with a gold pocket watch dies. The song, while should be somber, is sung with intense energy while Drell dances around and clicks his heel in the air at the start of every chorus.
I walk up to him and I take out my horn that I carry with me and I ask him, "Do you know any good ska tunes, my friend?"
Do I?
Is there a drum set around?
There is a drum set.
Trey, run. So it's I got this. Let's do some ska, baby.
Tap, 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 tap.
I throw down my top hat. It's like a stovetop hat and whatnot to collect tips as we ska.
Egg is going to pull out his washboard.
Yes.
Glorious.
I need all three of you to give me performance checks.
Now we're just indie punk.
Yeah. I am proficient in drums, so I have my proficiency, right?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
God damn, I got it.
Son of a bitch.
I got a 9.
10.
I got a 9.
Okay.
4.
All right.
I'm just jumping on each.
Trey is jumping from drum to drum, but somehow managing to keep some level of beat, going off here and there during like timing changes, but is keeping it pretty neat as best as a raccoon can on a full-sized human drum set. Charles Latanius is playing his horn pretty well, playing it similarly to a trombone, and you just hear. However, Aragronius is sitting in the corner trying to play his washboard, but it's out of tune. And
Yes.
his washboard
because
comes
it's an
off-
actual washboard. It's not an instrument. It's just a washboard.
No, that is what a washboard
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
an actual washboard.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
His is just out of tune.
Out of tune.
Yeah, out of tune. Wrong.
His is out of tune.
You don't have you didn't do your clothes beforehand. That's the issue.
No, he definitely did his clothes like within the last 30 minutes. It's still a little wet.
Drell is thrown off by the washboard and seems incredibly distracted and is no longer singing as he keeps glancing over his shoulder at the washboard player as he's shaking his tambourine and playing a flute with his other hand. And the performance goes average.
Generous.
Roll a D20, and that's how many copper pieces you make.
Each of us or just one?
Yeah, each of you.
Jeez, 5.
11.
5.
So that's 16.
I also got 5.
So you get 21 copper pieces for your performance.
The reason that
Split
Egg
between
gets
you.
11, which is
It's because
twice
of
as
pity.
much as the.
It's just
It's
pity.
100% pity. People can see the effort on his face.
Yes.
As he does very bad, and they're like, "Oh,
They're
that
like,
poor child.
They feel
Oh,
bad.
bless
They're like,
your soul.
that
Aw.
poor disformed child."
they feel bad for him. Yeah, they're just like, I can't. What are we doing here? What's going? Like, who is this? Like Drell. We all know who Drell is. Who are these 3 random people that just showed up? The music.
Two random people and a raccoon.
Yeah. And the music sounds less like ska and more like a noisecore band than anything.
I'm thinking more of like walking into like a middle school choir room and this kid before a class, the kids are just playing with the
Yeah,
instruments and
it sounds like when an orchestra is warming up. Just
just a bunch of different sounds at once.
Oh, geez, we got something real abstract here, guys.
you see a guy in the corner tapping his feet. He's like, "This is the new sound of the future, people. You're listening to it now."
Hey, do you know that sound you're looking for? Listen to this.
I'm
He's
gonna
got
make
a
this my
man
whole
bun and
personality.
flannel.
Yeah, he's got a button flannel, a handlebar mustache, a
10-gallon hat.
no, not a 10-gallon hat. He's got a
5-gallon?
No. The beanie that crab fishermen wear.
Yes.
And he's wearing brown Timberland boots. And he's just like clapping along, but he's clapping out of time with the already out of time drums. And he's like, I would love a dried gin martini, please.
Do you guys have IPAs here?
Yeah. Oh.
I can't wait to tell all my friends about this band they've never heard of before.
This is a dry gin bar. They only serve variants of dry gin drinks.
Ew.
You see the bartender of the Room and Bar Tavern looks over at him with like a look of disgust and just like the guy orders a dry gin martini and the bartender just makes it as wet as possible. He's using like his most gross gin that he's got behind the bar and he's splashing in a bunch of lime and he's throwing ice cubes in it and like it's half of it didn't even make it into the glass and he just slams it down on the bar and the guy looks at it and he's like artisanal and walks away.
I hate him.
Just think, that's who my character was going to be.
Okay. So you guys, Argonius, are you going to grab any supplies before you leave town?
I have 10 rations in my explorer's pack.
Okay.
I'm just going to pick up like an extra compass just to be prepared. And maybe some more water.
We have water skins, so that should.
He's real worried about running out of water.
So a water skin filled is 2 silver pieces.
Okay.
If you want, you could buy 5 of them for a gold. However, keeping in mind that they are 5 pounds when full.
Oh, he can't carry that. He is going to buy 5 of them, put them in his pack, feel that he can't carry it, and immediately try to return them.
Sorry, no returns.
I didn't even leave the store, sir.
Coin exchanged hands, good exchanged hands. You said what you wanted, and I gave you what you wanted. Just because you changed your mind now, no returns.
How distracted does that guy look?
He is now engaged in conversation, so he's at least partially distracted.
We're going
Can Trey go behind the counter and they just see like the little raccoon like eyes peeking over like.
Yeah, I'm gonna while he's distracted arguing with him, I'm gonna go into stealth.
I cast hide in the shadows. There's no shadows. I make one.
Never mind. It's a 10. I imagine it's.
You crouch down underneath the bar, but you bonk your head on a stool as you're crouching down, and a couple people turn their attention directly to you.
Oh boy, I found a penny.
Give me your stealth to get behind the bar. Trey.
That is a 13.
Okay, you managed to make it behind the bar without any of the patrons or the barkeep seeing you.
Does he have the gold that he just paid him or the money?
It's on the counter.
Like
Okay, I want it just raccoon hands up there.
Just slide it down.
Just slide it down.
Give me a sleight of hand, and I'm going to tell you now, it's going to be a 15 or higher, but if you fail by more than 5, they're going to notice you.
That's really fine. That's a 9.
Jesus.
I haven't rolled anything above.
You were so confident in that. I
have a 4 and
straight down these big burly barkeep hands just IR.
just runs around.
You just skitter.
And out the door.
You have a bruised paw. And
we'll take the water.
I told you, get rid of the damn raccoons. Put the traps back out.
Why is it every
egg
I just
sprints
feel like
out?
every campaign I'm playing an animal that just runs into and causes havoc.
At least this is fun havoc.
It's what I am.
It's what you is.
I'm just an animal
You're
that likes
just
to run
an
into
animal.
I'm an animal. Rawr.
He looks at you, sales final, and he scoots the gold coins into his like little pouch on the front of his like waiter apron.
I guess, yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna walk out dejected. All right, fellas, so we gotta chug a lot of water. I don't know if I can carry this.
You get to chug
You
a
have
lot of
I was
water.
gonna hand one out to each of you.
You have 30
no,
pounds
that's-
of water on you right now.
40?
30.
Oh,
Because you just bought 25 and you already had one water skin.
Yeah.
All right, then Trey just holds out his hand and Tubi comes up and just starts dissolving the water.
In the water skin?
Yeah, just
You watch one of your hard pay, like the money you just spent on this water skin and then denied on the return is now completely like useless as you watch this gelatinous cube swallow your water skin and you just see it floating around, partially ruined and burned through inside of the gelatinous cube, who now seems to be a little bit larger.
thank you
I
for
have that
thank
back?
you. No, it's his. I mean, you could try to take it if you want, but he's not gonna give it up.
He's gonna reach out and then see the water skin dissolving and be like,
Tubi
2
definitely
plus 2 is
To be
4.
definitely-
Nope, I don't want to touch that.
Well, he's reaching out. Tubi definitely like hits him with a tendril on his
Like
finger.
just a little pseudopod, he smacks your hand away. You feel a small sting as a pseudopod just.
Seems
I
you've made
told
yourself
you.
into a water mule now, buddy. Have fun carrying all
Down
of
to
that yourself.
25 pounds, Charles. It's better.
Yeah, you should have thought, water heavy. Maybe not buy
I do
so
appreciate
much.
that Tubi was getting kind of dehydrated. It's nice to see him all healthy
Tubi's
again.
shade of green is a little more like verdant and like bright, just like.
Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Doing good.
Did I get my compass too?
Oh, your compass was a gold piece.
Okay. So I'm down 2 gold pieces.
Yes.
Rad.
Are you broke now?
I think I have 3. So we're good.
All right. You've gathered all your supplies and you are ready to begin your journey on the trail of this beautiful, giant, wondrous, blushing, gelatinous cube. Hedron.
Polyhedros.
Before you leave the village, do you have any business to finish taking care of?
No, I think. I mean, Trey. is
I
just
did
as
what I
feminine
needed to
Tubi.
do. So
Yep.
I peed like 10, 15 minutes ago, so I should be good for a few more hours, guys.
Oh man, I'm doing it right now.
You are a raccoon. You could just pee everywhere.
He's just there. Just,
are you even wearing pants? Like that's
absolutely not.
He's wearing armor but no pants.
It's literally the armor is just the chest.
It's
The
just
armor.
a cuirass.
Yeah, it's
He's
just
just
a-
wearing like boob armor cuirass.
Yeah, it's a vest.
Yeah.
That's studded leather. That's it.
Yeah.
You're Winnie the Poohing
Yeah,
with
100%, yes.
armor.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. You reach the edge of the town, and at the edge of the town, you are greeted by one of the councilwomen. Hello. I am Councilwoman Londa.
it's not very convincing.
You
No,
are...
her name is Londa.
Is that an accent on there? Londa.
It's Londa.
And
Londa.
How many O's would that be? Like 3, 4, 50?
I think it's more of multiple A's and U's.
Londra.
Oh, now there's an R?
Londora. Anyway, you are taking on an incredibly dangerous task. But if you succeed, you will be rewarded in full. I must tell you that in addition to owning an entire store of your own, you will each be awarded 75
Trash cans.
shiny gold pieces.
Oh, damn.
That'll buy you a lot of trash cans, little raccoonie.
Fuck yeah.
She reaches down and pats you on the head. That's a good boy. I love it.
Sorry.
So,
Head scratches.
we will now
Scratches get
open
me.
the gates to the town, but we must warn you, you cannot return until you have either felled your quarry and bring proof of death back, or died yourself. Are you ready to begin?
Yes. Trey just spins around and he holds out to me. Proof.
Ha ha, that one's a cube.
It's more of like an ooze, but all right.
Yeah, also, how are we supposed to bring back a gelatinous cube when it dissolves everything it
Gelatinous
touches?
cubehedron, thank you.
Don't care about your
Do
geometry
you
lesson.
maybe have like a big jar?
That's up to you. That's why I asked if you have gathered all of the things you need.
Oh, you know.
Do
are
you know
hungry?
where we could buy like a big jar?
No.
Your stomach can expand, right? Yeah.
No.
You'll just eat it and we'll be fine.
Okay, then.
No, that
He's the
it's-
mule of the
Open
party. He's
the
carrying all our
gates!
water.
My stomach doesn't expand, fellas.
The massive wooden and steel gates to this cave system begin to open. They're shaped like a giant coghedron wheel. And you see the gate mancers casting their magic to push it forth and roll it out of the way.
I'm sorry, I keep on forgetting about mancers, and then you just throw it in randomly. I'm like, oh, right, everything has a mancer in this
Yeah.
world.
The gate mancers, and you hear just a as the gate rolls to the side, and this big coghedron shape void is left in front of you. The bright, blinding light of the forests and wastes and plains in front of you
War never changes.
burns your eyeballs. and you just hear Councilwoman Londa, hunting never changes.
His was better.
It was.
It was
Sorry,
actually
I
But
stole
you're
it.
not going to war, you're just hunting. It felt a little
what i-
dramatic.
What is war? What is hunting, but not a war against another species?
War. What is it good for?
Absolutely everything.
Nothing.
War? I wasn't born some senator's son.
It
Of course
ain't
not. You're
me.
born a senator's daughter.
It ain't me.
Man, this woman's stupid.
Well,
Anyway,
I ain't no
be out
military
now.
son.
The gate mancers have to close the gate. It is after their bedtime. And you just
What-
look over.
It's like 1 p.m. right now. What are you talking
You
about?
look over, and it's a bunch of very, very old, grizzled men and women who are just like, I don't have. I could. It's gonna rain soon. I feel it in my elbow.
Did they pull up rocking chairs to sit and yell at
Yeah,
kids on the other
100%.
side?
No, get out of here.
Get off of my settlement! Who are you? Get in the cave with the rest of the children.
Who are you?
Another settlement needs your help.
Who do you know here?
Shut up, Preston.
Where's my mom? I've got him alone. Fairies. Sorry, I just kind of started. Fairies. Yeah, I started the way I was doing. That kind of sounds somewhat like reminiscent of that. So I'm like,
All right, do you guys exit caverns deep?
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
You exit. As you exit, the gate closes behind you with a deep and earth-trembling thud.
That right?
And did it moan?
Yes. And then you hear a,
want the
a
door to
moan
moan.
noise from the other side, and you hear one of the cave mancers go, "It's completed."
I don't feel safe, guys.
Be
I'm
careful
glad
of
we're
the
on the
nipple
other side.
mancers.
I can't believe I'm so
Our
desperate to get
sworn
back
enemies.
in there.
Before you lies the wide open world of Nemoria. You have a map that gives you a rough location of the area you must travel to, but not the exact location of the cavern or the den of the gelatinous dodecahedron cube. The gelatinous polytheistic cube.
The gelatinous polycubahedron dragon.
Yeah. Actually, it is a dragon.
Yeah.
It
But-
has
Well, you
the-
know
polytheistic
exactly how
dragon.
polytheism really even kind of happens. It's when a conquering group wants to, they
Really
take
get
over
their-
another group, and they go rather than imposing their own religion on them, they're just like, oh, you have. Okay, you can keep worshiping your gods. We don't care. It's just an easier way to conquer without too much of a pushback.
So the
I
reason
thought
the
it-
in a way,
Mongols were
that
so
ooze,
successful.
That ooze is just absorbing everyone else's.
I
gods.
thought
It's absorbing their religions.
I
It's
thought
worship.
it was.
it has a couple deities inside of it. It's worshipped as a
it's-
polytheistic
It's
god.
trying to become a god. That's the issue. It's
Yeah.
trying to become a
It is
god.
trying to
by
become a god.
absorbing every religion, it's like, I will ascend.
So, you must begin your journey. You have a limited amount of supplies on you, a map, sunglasses, half a pack of smokes, and it's midnight.
Oh, the smoke signal.
Can you make it to Chicago in time? That's where we will end this episode.
Yeah, okay.
All right, everybody, if you enjoyed this episode and you want to hear more about it or more from our two new veteran players,
I would ask, why do you enjoy it?
new veteran players, join us over on patreon.com/room and bard to listen to the Morning After podcast. It's the podcast after the podcast about the podcast you just heard. Also, super special thanks to the taxpayers for letting us use their music at will, even though there's none of their music in this episode. I just want to say, hey, taxpayers, you're pretty cool because you don't know me and you're still like, have our music. Also, special thanks to our taxpayers who are allowing us to make our roads outside a better place. What else do we have? What do we have to talk about? I don't think we have anything special coming up. I don't think we have any shows announced right now. Our P.O. box is closed. I think that's it.
Let's just shout out the sun. Thank you there for being
Yeah,
our light in the world,
thanks.
keeping us warm and cozy.
Thanks for global
today.
warming, son.
Yeah.
Wow, here I'm trying to show my love for
You're
you.
gonna
You're just like,
praise
"Fuck
the
you."
sun? That's so anti-moon of you. It's ridiculous.
Oh, are you a dirty Luna?
Hey, the
Yeah.
moon can only shine because of the sun.
No.
Apollo is the right god.
The moon shines because of children's wishes, Bronson.
Oh, and if you haven't yet, check out the links in the description below and come join our Discord where you can have active conversation with 3 out of the 4 of us right now.
What?
We have a Discord?
Yeah.
I don't
Discord.
get internet in the
Discord?
intern.
Nerds never die as the nerd duels and travelers share their battle cries. They raise their glasses high to the victories and defeats in the room and bar tavern where the heart of storytelling beats. Oh, the room and bar tavern where the stories unfold, where the heroes and the villains share a drink so bold, with laughter in the air and the music flowing free. In this humble little tavern's where I long to be. The barkeep pours the spirits with a smile on his face. He's seen it all, from rogues to bards in this lively place. The minstrel in the corner strums his guitar strings as the patrons gather round to hear the tales he brings. So sing, oh, the room and bar tavern where the stories unfold, where the heroes and the villains share a drink so bold, with laughter in the air and the music flowing free. In this humble little tavern's where I long to be. Oh.
All right, everybody, it is time to check out the Room and Bard Tavern message board. Today we have one post from Andrew, and that post is Wanted. Better actors for latest project. Do you want to be part of something greater? Join the Miners Squared Guild today. Subject to age approval. All right, everybody, thank you so much for listening to this episode. I have been your Dungeon Man, Sir James, and we will see you next week for episode 4.
A Gentleman Games podcast.